What's up, everybody? Mr. Forrest back. We are on the last leg of our journey as far as doing laser tag outreaches go. We've got 1 week left, but before that, we're going to do Thanksgiving at my mom's. And so I thought I'd show you guys a little bit of our trip. We stopped in Theodore Roosevelt National Park, and it is beautiful. So we've been on the road for 6 weeks straight, have not been home yet, and I think this is our 7th week or something, and we're on our way to our last laser tag outreach of the year. We're going to do some ministry stuff in Utah. This is our last laser tag outreach of the year, Montana. We stopped here in North Dakota at Theodore Roosevelt National Park, and we're just enjoying this view and just enjoying what God's given us. What a blessing. We only get to stop for a little bit, just a few minutes. But man, this is so refreshing for us. So I feel like the last 2 days all I've done is fix things and drive. We started yesterday with a flat tire. Our tire only had like 30 PSI, and I usually pump them to 92 cold. And our little air compressor doesn't have enough to pump that into the tire. So I had to borrow an air compressor, but his air compressor didn't have a tire attachment, so I had to go to this hardware store, the only hardware store in the entire town of International Falls. And then once I got there, I got that. I had to turn around and I had to get a different one because it didn't have the right attachment for that air compressor. And then I had to do something else. Oh, I couldn't get the hubcap with these decorative hubcaps off. The tool that we had to get it off was like a lug wrench sort of, but it was too flimsy. Couldn't get it off. So I had to go back to the hardware store and I had to get like a torque wrench, and I had to pull that off. And I found out there's nothing wrong with the tire, it was just the tire extender. And we're having that same problem on the rear tire. So anyway, I got all that figured out. That took hours, and then we got on the road and we drove all day. We woke up this morning like 4 a.m. and our house heat had gone out. So there was something wrong with the furnace. So I spent like 2 hours this morning trying to get the furnace ready. And then the other tire that had the valve thing wrong with it, I had to fix that, and that was another ordeal. So it was like 2 hours of like fixing stuff. So all we've done the last 2 days is fix stuff and drive.
Here, let's line them up, actually. Can you take a picture of them all lined up?
Take a picture of what, see?
The pens I've been collecting at the places we stay.
So every church you go to,
no matter how small the church is, they're always going to have a pen. It's just like church planning 101 in the U.S.
girls, doing good.
Maggie fixes herself.
What are you doing?
Try to get low.
And Tina comes in for the congratulatory.
So we spent the day, not the way we thought we would. We spent the day troubleshooting. We weren't getting any water in our RV, and it turns out our water heater froze and cracked. And so we had a decision to make. Either we'd be stuck in Montana for 4 or 5 more days getting that fixed, or just capping the line so the water wouldn't go through the water heater and we just have cold water for a while. And that's what we're gonna do, just live with cold water for a while. And it's cold, so cold water's not cool. But we're headed out. We had a great time here in Montana. Now we're headed to Utah. Montana was our final laser tag event of 2023. So it's been a great year. Over the last few months, just since October, we've been able to preach the gospel to around 560 kids in laser tag events. But on top of that, I think I was able to preach the gospel to like 1,000 more kids or something crazy like that. So like total like 1,500 kids. It's been amazing. So thanks for praying for us. Thanks for coming along on this journey.